I wanted to try to have a better approach to camera speech. So since I know I'm not too good at it, I thought about watching a video about it. And some people were saying you should use your diaphragm to speak to camera and feel like you're actually speaking to a person and not just speaking to a random camera. So what I'm thinking about is it's not something I usually do to speak from my diaphragm. So I am not really sure if I'm doing it correct, but I have taken some lessons with a vocal coach at one point in time, not so long ago either. And I thought, let's try to apply that to speaking to a camera. So what I'm thinking about is if you've taken any vocal lessons or singing lessons, you probably know this exercise, the sing exercise. So basically, this exercise entails you following some kind of pattern, be it notes, chords, or just a song. So you follow along, and what you do, why is it called a sing exercise or the NG exercise, is because you go for the NG sound at the end of the word sing. Maybe now I'm not pronouncing it correctly, but what I'm talking about is you go for the sing, so there's not really a G pronounced at the end, so it's a very nasal sound. And so it's easier to follow chords. So for example, instead of saying la la la, you say mm. If you don't get the right positioning at the start, like my vocal coach used to tell me, try to say again the word sing and then go back to it. So like sing, and this is supposed to tell you like where you should feel the sound when you're singing. So you should feel it here, like up your nose, kind of like not up your nose but to the top of your palate. So what I'm thinking is trying to do the but for talking to camera. So instead of speaking normally as I would speak, I'm speaking like I would be singing. I'm trying to have a more powerful voice, but also I'm trying to have my voice here and not here. So I don't know how this will turn out, but we'll check the footage. Okay, I am still trying to speak from my diaphragm, but we got here somehow. I got to the garage, and since I'm here, I'm gonna try a handstand because, I actually got here because I was feeding the cat, but now I'm here, so let's try a handstand. I'll set you here. Okay, but maybe it's nicer if I go that way. So, what I'm thinking is recording something up here. And what I mean by that is just talking to the camera from here. Well, that was definitely not from the diaphragm. Let's try here. Hello, today I decided to stay. Hello, today I decided. Nope. Well, the thing is clearly not tuned, but not gonna bother doing this. Now let's do something else, something like